Hi, everybody.
Hello, I'm Ryan.
I'm Bethany.
And we are Ryan and Bethany Board Game Reviews.
And today we'll be talking about Hundred Acre Woods Fluxx. This is designed by Andrew Looney, and it is published by Looney Labs. But before we talk about that, we just want to remind you to subscribe so you can see our videos as they come out.
All right, so Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, all his friends somewhat recently became public domain, their IP. So now we're having a situation where Winnie the Pooh things are coming out, which is kind of exciting because I was a big fan of those as a book, and
They did a horror movie.
They did a horror movie. Yeah, I remember seeing ads for that.
I've seen it at the library.
No
and I'm like,
thanks.
why? Like, why?
Because they could. Because they
Why?
had.
Why? Okay. This
All right.
is not a why. I'm not like, why? I'm like, ooh.
So yes, this is a very charming, very endearing form of Fluxx. Well, what is Fluxx, you might be asking yourself. If you're unfamiliar with Fluxx, it's the base game of Fluxx is a system where the rules are constantly changing. They are, in fact, in flux. So on your turn, you have a hand of cards. You get to draw one card, and you get to play one card. But the rules are going to change. Maybe next time you get to draw 2 cards, and then out of your hand, play 3 cards. Maybe special rules pop up where you get to take special actions. Ultimately, what you're trying to do is you're trying to play down these keeper cards, these green cards that are keepers. You're going to lay those out in front of you. And then there's these gold cards that are going to come up as well. And they're going to be some combination of keepers. So specifically with 100 Acre Woods, you might have a situation where you need to have in front of you Winnie the Pooh, and you need to have Christopher Robin, and you need to have a goal that says Winnie the Pooh and Christopher Robin. And if you have all that together at the same time, you win. But everything's in flux all the time. Cards are going to be shifting, moving around the table. It's very silly, very chaotic. This is not like a long-term strategy game.
No.
It's a very silly game. You have to be okay with things being taken away from you, taking things from other people.
Yeah.
Lots of silliness, lots of fun. So that's kind of the overall idea of how to play Fluxx. Lots of different fluxes out there, and they all have a couple different little twists or thematic changes to them. All right, so this one is specifically talking about 100 Acre Woods Fluxx.
So the twist in this one is you get to play with your plushies. So they are characters. They're not NPCs. They're actually drawing cards and doing other things like that. So you can have your plushie with you, or your child will probably have their plushie with them. And
I'm bringing mine along too.
And then make you play with another one of their plushies. That's what's going to happen. And then they are playing cards, and they can win the game. And it specifically states in the rule book, if a plushie wins, they win. You cannot say that you won through that plushie. You cannot diminish their win. They won the game.
Goaty, my orange goat that I bring with me everywhere, is going to win often.
All the time.
And I don't take credit. Goaty's doing his own thing.
Yeah. So that's you don't have to play with that. It's a meta rule, but I don't see why you wouldn't.
The reason why you'd get 100 Acre Woods Fluxx is to play with that meta rule because it's the hook. It's the it's the thing that makes this so interesting and fun, besides the endearing, charming nature of this, the theme of it all.
Yeah.
Another thing is, some of the extra cards in here have to do with being age-based. So some of them might say if you are 12 and under or 11 and under or something like that, you get to take special actions. Or maybe if you are the youngest person at the table, you get to draw a card. Or whatever the case is. So it kind of rewards players for being young or young-minded.
Yeah.
Some of the cards involve using your imagination and things like that. So it's very much age-based, and it favors kids. All the things that are age-based favor kids, so that way the kids are going to have a fantastic time because they get to have a card that's kind of special to them. Yeah. I'm the one that's taking advantage of this, and my parents can't. Or my plushies can, and or whatever the case is. So this is very much, out of all the Fluxxes, this is the one that I think is definitely kind of focused, aiming at kids' ages.
Yes. This is definitely the Fluxx to play with families, specifically families with kids. This is the one that you'll want to get out. You might, if you play with a younger one, I think it says 8+ on the box, but if you play with younger kids, you might have to help read some of the text on the card, but it's really not that big of a deal. You can do that, and as the adult, you can play with, like, pretending you don't know. Not that big of a deal. But I think we've all experienced, those of us who have played with kids, a child who wants to bring their toy with them while they're playing, and they want their toy to take actions, and I feel like this really leans into that for children. It leans into their toy taking an action and participating in that, which is why I feel like this Fluxx is kind of perfect for that audience. And
as parents too, it can be almost a little bit annoying, right? We're like,
yes,
oh great, your thing is along for the ride again as well. But this kind of normalizes it in a way that it's like, it's almost kind of like you're part of the, you're in on the
Yes.
joke a little
Yes.
bit, you know? You're like, I like doing it. I like giving them cards. I like them winning. It's silly and it's fun.
Yeah.
I agree with everything you said. Fluxes are always silly, chaotic, fun. This particular one is extremely charming. I mean, it's endearing. It reminds me of a simpler time. It reminds me of my childhood. It brings me into the theme really, really well, and it keeps me there with the whole plushie thing, while at the same time celebrating all the things that is Fluxx and all of the things that are just
Chaotic.
just constant changing, and being able to kind of keep up with all the things that are going on there. I'm bringing my plushie along with me every time I play this. Because I want
Cody's in on the game.
Cody wants to win too, you know? I mean, why not?
Everybody, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so you can see our videos as they come out. Until then, you can find us in all of these places.
You guys, from us, thanks for watching as well. Cody wants to let you know, thanks for watching. And he's over there somewhere, don't worry about it. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
You guys, thanks so much for watching. This game was provided to us by a publisher in exchange for a fair and honest review.
And if you want to see more stuff, check out over here to see something we think you might like.
And over here, we think that YouTube has picked out a great video for you you're going to love. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye.